So we are live tonight. It is let me see. It is September the 8th. You guys, happy September. So good to see you all. I'm Coach Laura with True Voice Studio, and we're going to dive right into our subject for tonight is some tips for breathing for singers. So the first thing that you want to look at when you are singing is you want to make sure there's some real basics, but a lot of times we're not thinking, okay, I'm thinking of these things. We get all involved in the singing process itself, or the lyrics, or the lick, or the trill, or the melody. And what happens is we start over focusing on something else, and we allow other things to kind of go by the wayside. So the first thing I want to have you double check when you are singing that's going to help with your breathing is going to be your posture. What is your posture like, singers? Are you slouching? Are you nervous? Are you stiff as a board? Are you rigid? Are you having fun? I have crummy posture just by nature. I like to slouch. I'm in front of a screen all day, or I'm singing, or I'm teaching, and a lot of times when you're doing that, it's easy to just you find yourself slumping, and pretty soon I'm just like I look like a little old lady at the computer or sitting at my desk. So double check your posture. That's number one. So write these things down as we go. Just a few tips regarding our breathing. The second thing I want you to ask yourself is, when you're singing, are you over breathing or are you under breathing? I have more students, believe it or not, the struggle with them is not so much that they don't have enough air, but that they are taking in too big of breaths when they're singing. So they might take this big gargantuan and just suck in this huge amount of air, and it's way too much for when they are singing. So what happens is you have too much air, and it starts causing your pitch to be compromised. Usually when you have too much air, you're going to wind up going a little bit sharp, a little bit above the pitch, or you're going to feel like you're squeezing. Your breathing is going to feel labored, and it's going to feel very squeezed and strained with too much air. Now, the same thing can happen if you're not breathing adequately, if you don't have an adequate amount of breath. You don't want to underbreathe either. The best thing is that you can do for your lung capacity when you're to build that into that is to, first of all, just relax. But you need to be doing some exercises that are going to help regulate your breathing as you're going along. So something that you can do, we know about the lip rolls, but you can take the lip roll and just and that's all you need to do. What you can do is time yourself and hold your lip roll out. Get you a clock with a second hand. I don't have one, and I should. I need to get one that we can kind of have a little timer here on screen when we're live. But what I want you to do is take a nice adequate breath, and then if a lip roll feels too hard for you, you can do a hum. Just a simple mm, mm. And just take an adequate breath. When you are out of air with these exercises, stop. Don't keep going. Another thing that happens when people are running out of air as they're singing, they'll just keep like pushing and pushing and straining to get that last little word out. So learning to breathe when you're singing is a whole nother thing. What we're talking about tonight is some breathing tips that are going to help your lung capacity, so that when you go to sing, you can start assigning, you can start really thinking about regulating and assigning certain phrases for each breath. So singing is something you want to have rehearsed spontaneity in your performance, and that includes exercising your voice, of course, warming your voice up, and absolutely rehearsing your songs. Know your songs, know where you're going to take your breaths. What I recommend is you have a vocal journal and have either the sheet music or the printed PDF of the song that you're learning. Have it printed out, and mark in the areas where you're going to breathe. Just make a little notation where you're going to breathe. Then practice with that. See how that feels when you are singing. Don't try to sing a whole bunch of lines like, okay, I got to get the entire verse with one breath or two breaths. You don't know. Every song is different. The phrasing is different. The lyrics are different. The melody is different. So you really need to make sure that you are breathing according to what the song requires for the best performance and for the good of the song. So I'm going to pop right in here really quickly. I see I have got company on this live. I have Sarah. Hello, Sarah. It's good to see you. Sarah, my baby girl. Okay, you guys, anybody who knows me, you already know my daughters are like my biggest fans. Okay. So anyway, she's so sweet. She loves her mother. She's giving me all these little hearts and stuff. Sarah is asking, was the tip with the coffee straws something I was talking about? No, Sarah, I was talking about the lip rolls, but that was going to be my next suggestion. So we talked about posture. We talked about just humming and doing slides as long as your airflow will allow through the lip rolls, or humming on a just a humming a nice pleasant hum. The next thing you can do, and I love these guys, I want to encourage you, you can get coffee straws online, you can get them on Amazon. Just get the coffee stirring straws, or you can get a regular size. Hang on, let me see, I've got these guys here. Let me see if I have another. I want to show you some different sizes of straws that you can try out. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is a coffee stirrer, and it's a really, really thin straw, very, very tiny. Now, don't start with this, but if you want, start with this, and you can just practice blowing through and humming through the straw. Now, if you're going to use this straw, just vocalize on an ooh as you're singing. And I'm going to show you. Hang on just a second here. Should have had this on wrap. Sorry, guys. How's everybody doing out there? So we're talking about the coffee straw for breathing. These are fantastic exercises. So anything that is an SOVT exercise is going to really, really help to strengthen your lung capacity. It's going to balance out your airflow when you're singing. So humming, straws, lip rolls, and then now we're talking about the straw. So the straw, you can just hum on a ooh, you can do that. You can vocalize with it. Make sure it's a vocalized sound, not blowing, just blowing air through the straw. Now, if you want to get even a more therapeutic effect, you can take your straw and put it into, gosh, guys, I'm just really missing the boat tonight. I knew I was going to talk about breathing. Now, these are also warm-ups, they're therapies, but I'm going to tell you, these exercises really do help with regulating your breathing and balancing things out, okay? So you're going to take your straw, and of course, I would have drunk about half of this down. I would never do it this high, but you're just going to vocalize through there. Now, I can't do it very much because it's a brand new thing, but hang on. Let me pour out just a little. Let me see if I can pour out. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm going to go. You see what I'm doing? Just vocalizing through your straw on a ooh, but you're sticking it in water. And that's going to add an extra element of a little bit more back pressure against the vocal folds. And it's going to help to naturally rehabilitate and regulate your breathing so that you're not thinking of it. Okay? Just humming through your straw. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I want you to remember when you are doing, hold on just 1 second here. Let me get this over here. So Sarah, I really, really appreciate, oh my gosh, I really appreciate that. Oh, she says, I love your shirt. It's very fall. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Okay. So Sarah says her posture's rotten. For those of you who are just joining in, posture, we've talked about posture, we've talked about lip rolls and humming, and now we talked about vocalizing through the straw. Now, if you're interested in actually going through more of a routine actual workout with me, I want you to message me in the comments below and just write the word breathe. And then I am going to have this next week, or I may even have it a little later on this week. I'm going to have a sign-up sheet. We're going to be doing a workshop on some breathing exercises, and it's going to be, I will be having a sign-up sheet for it, but I'll get you on the wait list and then I will let you know. Okay, so just type the word breathe in the comments and I will make a note of that, and I will be in communication. You can also private message me. You can DM me in the messenger or on the YouTube channel. If you're watching on the YouTube, just type the word breathe in and I will make sure that I get back with you and we'll get you signed up for that. Okay, it's coming up very soon here in I've got this next week. I think it's going to be, I need to look at my calendar. I don't want to tell you guys something that's not true, but it's coming up really soon. Okay, so that is going to actually just be a little mini workshop on some breathing, and we will be going through more detail. I have some more information for you, and like I said, just type the word breathe in the comments. Okay, so hang on just a second. Sarah says, I wonder. Okay, Sarah, for you, yes, next week we can go, well, actually we are going to be going through, I could show you some more of the coffee straws, okay, but I want to do that in a little bit more where I can spend a little more time with you. So that's why I want everybody, if you're interested in some more breathing exercises where I'm not just quickly running through in a bullet point, but I'm going to go through and actually kind of tutor you through a few very basic, very applicable exercises. And the workshop will be free. It's not going to cost you anything, just a little mini workshop on some breathing exercises. Okay, so type the word breathe in if you guys want to be included both on the Facebook page and also on the YouTube channel here if you're watching here on YouTube. So breathe, Sarah. Yes. Okay, and the last thing that I wanted to have you do, say your alphabet. I want you to just take a nice adequate breath and then just say the alphabet and go as far as you can go. And here's the thing. I want you to just say it and see how far you can go when you're saying the American alphabet, and see if you can get through the whole thing saying your ABCs. So let's try that. Try it with me, okay? If you're ready to try, just type in ABC. We're going to do this together, okay? So all we're going to do, we're going to take a nice adequate breath and we're just going to do this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Easy, right? Not that long, but you're actually saying a combination with the alphabet of consonants and vowels, and that's keeping the airflow regulated. You're actually speaking, and we're starting to learn to regulate our airflow as we speak. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is you can also do the same thing. I want you to challenge you, and if you can go through and say it, go through and start again and see how far you can get, if you can get in there twice, just saying it. And don't hold your breath. Don't squeeze. You can take a bigger breath if you want and try and go test your breathing a little bit more. But test your breathing by just literally talking on pitch. The other thing you can do is count to 10. When you get to 10, instead of going into the teens like 11, 12, 13, 14, you don't want to do that. You're going to just repeat and start back over on 1. So let me give you an example. We do something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you see what I did? All on one breath, okay? That's all you're going to do. And you just start over. And if you can do it 3 times, repeat it 3 times. The key with these exercises, I want to make sure that you know the key with these exercises is don't force anything, and make sure that you are allowing your voice, just relax. Take what your voice will give you, take what your lungs will give you, and then stop. You notice on all of these, we haven't gone crazy high, we haven't gone crazy low. We're just thinking about vocalizing and regulating our breathing and our airflow. I hope this has been helpful for you. Have you guys found this helpful? Let me know if this is helpful. If you have questions on our vocal tips for this week for breathing, let me know. If you're interested in the free mini workshop for breathing, we're going to go through, and what I will do is we are going to walk through, and I will be actually walking you through and demonstrating in a little bit more depth, take a little bit more time to walk you through a little short routine with the straw exercises especially. Okay, so let me know if you're interested. I hope this has been helpful for you all. I hope you're enjoying September. I love the fall, guys. It's my favorite time of year. I saw a comment earlier. Sarah mentioned, she says, I love my shirt. Yeah, I'm getting ready for fall. You guys, you know what? I went and bought another pumpkin. So I bought a pumpkin last week, which Sarah knows already. Sarah, I got to tell you, I got another pumpkin. I love pumpkins. I like to roast the seeds. They're so good. Ooh, they taste wonderful. And then they're also fun, and they're super cute. You can carve them out, hollow them out, and then just sit them on your porch or just sit them on your deck and sit outside in the fall. And when it's a little bit cool in the crispy fall air, you could sit out there with a cup of cocoa or hot coffee or hot tea with your little sweater on, and you can just look at your pumpkins and watch the leaves fall and listen to all the critters in the fall. I love it. I love fall. You guys, I'm such a, I don't know. I love the fall. I hope you guys do too. Anyway, so let me see if I have any more comments. I don't know if I do. Let me see what we've got. Yeah. Oh, good. Sarah, I'm glad this has been helpful for you. You all, please let me know if there's anything when you're watching the replay. For those of you watching the replay, just type in the comments if you're interested in a free mini workshop on breathing. And I've got some other things. Like I said, we're going to be signing up. I did not go live this last few weeks because I wound up getting a nasty respiratory something. I don't know what it was, but every time I try to do anything, I actually had to take some time off of teaching because I would go into a coughing fit. So anyway, and no, it wasn't COVID. We're all good there, but I didn't want to be coughing on camera while I'm going live. I love going live. I love you guys so much, and I love interacting with you. But I think that you guys probably would not have wanted to just sit there and listen to me cough off and on. So anyway, so that's where I have been the last few weeks. But anyway, we're back, and it's so good to see you all again. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for participating. You guys stay well. God bless you, and keep on singing. I'll see you all this next week. Be talking to you soon.